There, right? Okay. Next. See, actually, by default, what will happen now? If you are creating the primary key, means by default, one index will create internally. Not only for primary key, even it is for index also. It will create the sorry for unique constant also by default one B tree index will create internally. Okay. What is index and all? I will see once. Okay. Actually, how data will be stored in your data table means it is in the form of rows only, right? So rows and columns only. But actually, if you want to search the data means how it will search. It if you are going sequentially means each row by row means what will happen? It will take more time. Okay, sir. No. Okay. So actually, if you are creating the index means what will happen? It will check the value whatever you are doing. Where let's assume you are having 1 millions of records. Okay, total data is 1 million records. Okay, like one, two, three, like that. Okay, one, two. Let me create. Okay, one, two, three, like that. Okay, like that. So many number of IDs will be there. If you want to search for particularly for fifth row. Okay, five ID column as a five. Okay, normally what you will do where ID equal to five, like that you will search. So if you are searching from first to last means what will happen? It will take more time. Let's assume your ID will be in last. Okay, some ID equal to some 1005, 1007. Okay, this many rows you need to scan. This many rows you need to check the IDs. Okay, so normally it will take more time to search for system itself. So how Oracle is provided one index. Okay, that is B tree index by default. How it will do the first it will take the what is the value of this one ID, right? So it will take the actually how the data will be stored. Index will be stored now. It will take the middle of the value. Okay, let's assume you are inserting the three records. Okay, one, two, three. Okay, here what is the middle record? Two. Okay, two will be added as a root node, and whatever values are less than two, that will be added to the left side. Okay, that will be added to the left side as a root node, another node. Whatever is more than that main node, that will be considered as a more value. Okay, it is one is less than that one. Next, what is three is less than that one. Let's assume again you are inserting the value. Okay, that is 4. Okay, it will check the for new value. Okay, 4 is more than 2. It will go to right side node. Okay, where it will fit. Okay, it will check again. Here also it will check the 4, whether your value is less than the this node or not. Okay, 3 is more than that one, right? So what will happen? It will again do the add the one more node. Okay, you are having more than that one, so for that value will be 4, like that it will add. Next it will let's assume we are adding one more element, that is minus 10. Okay, so what will happen? Minus 2 will be minus 10 will be compared with 2, which is less than 2. Okay, and it will go to left side again, and again here it will compare that one. Minus 10 is less than 1 or not, so it will add the left side. If it is more than 1 means it will add at right side. Anyway, that already it is 2 is added at top level, so it will do the recluster. It will be do the reindex. Okay, index recompilation. So that time what will happen? All the times it will try to make the balancing. Okay, if you are going adding number of elements means it will balance that one. Okay, again if you are entering the value as 5, okay, what will happen? It will compare the value with 2, 3, 4, and again the value will be go to this position. Okay, higher this will be 5, like that it will add. Okay, so once you are done the re-indexing, okay, recompilation with the index means what will happen, whatever number of elements are there, it will make the balance. Okay, 3 become here and 4 become left side. Okay, right side, like that it will do the balancing. Always here it is, there is no node for that. Okay, simply what will happen after making the recompilation, this 4 will go to here. Okay, 4 will go to here, and that whatever value is there, that is comes to left side. Okay, and new value will be added here. Okay, now here it will become 3 and here it will become, here it will become 5. Okay, this will be added to the this place. Okay, like that this balance will happen once we are doing the recompilations with the index. So what will happen whenever you are searching the data means, all the times it won't, if you are searching with 5 means, okay, it won't check left side values whatever is there. Okay, it will check whether this value is, your value is less than or greater than. If it is less than, it will go on left side. Okay, if it is more than that, it will go to right side. Okay, your value is 5, it will check with the 5 4. Okay, this value is more than that, directly it will go to this place. Okay, let's assume you are checking the value as 3. First it will check the 2 and it will compare with 4. Okay, it will go 2 and 4 and it will come to 3, like that it will do the search. Okay, that is called binary index. Are you understood this one? What is binary index topic? Binary means two values only, right? That is, you are clear, right? Guys, this is very important. If you are creating the, if you are creating the constraint means by default index will create. Index also very important. That is next topic. I will explain that one. What is index and all. But for searching and all, will use the mainly indexes. It will make the your search very fast manner. Internally, it will creates the table. Okay, that is, one is constraint column in a index column, and there is one more is offset value. Offset value means this is the ID. 4 is ID, and rest of the records are there, right? Some other columns that will be the offset. Okay, internally it will maintain the table and data will be stored like this only. So you want see, let's assume you are searching the in 1 million records for the one particular number. Okay, means whatever is less than this one you won't search left side. Okay, again in right side also there are so many things are there. Only you will go for the whatever values are less. Again you will let's assume, let's take this value. Okay, your value is somewhere this one. Okay, in 3. Okay, this value is this one. Okay, all the times it will check whether the value is more than root node or not. Okay, here again anyway it recompilation will be happen. Let's assume we are having 1 million records means here it will be 50,000. Next let's assume this is 1007 only. Okay, 1007 means 50,000, it will be less than that one. Again here it will be again 25,000, middle value will be. Okay, 1007 10007 is less than your 25,000, it will go to left side only. So many elements, no need to scan. Okay, this scanning you will avoid that one in all the steps. So your scanning will go to only how many rows max, it will take 20 to 30 30 trees, right? 20 to 30 nodes only you will search, right? If you are, even if you are searching for the 10,007 number also, your searching nodes will be maximum will be take 20 to 30. So your data will get retrieved very fast manner. Okay, internally it will create the index and it will do the searching accordingly. Just for your brief idea, I told this one. Actually this is not concept of primary key, that is concept of index. but I am giving hint. By internally it will create the one b-tree index. Okay, what is the b-tree index and all that I have given the brief explanation. Okay, are you understood? Anyway, that I will discuss again one more time in the index class. Are you understood or not this concept? What is index? What is this one? If you are not understanding, also no problem. Anyway, we'll discuss once again. Okay. This primary concept is clear, right? What is primary key and what is the composite primary key? Okay. Next, foreign key. Why you will use the foreign key? Can anybody tell me? Hmm? Oracle, you are saying it's a relational database management system. How you how you are saying this is a relational database management system? How you are making? Yes, with, you are establishing the relations between the data objects, that is tables. How you are establishing this? By creating the foreign key. Okay, foreign key means this key is should be existed in some other table. Okay, that key is referring to some other table. If it is there, then only it will allow, otherwise it won't allow. Or if you want to delete some main master table records, you should be consider the child records. Okay, let's assume you are updating the addresses and all. Let's assume your account is closed. If you are updating the addresses for that particular account, is there any use with that? No, right? Account details will be there, some one table, and address details will be there one table. Your transactional details will be there in one table. Okay, let's assume your here account, main account, whether how much you are having zero balance, or if you are having other details, that are not different matter, but you should be having account details, right? That is master. You are the account holder for the bank, so you should be having the account details as a primary. Okay, without having account, are you able to do this one deposit, are you able to do transactions and all? You cannot do, right? So if you want to do such type of transactions, you should be check with some other tables. Okay, if you are maintaining the data in some multiple tables means, so that references you should check. How you can check means, you have to define the foreign key and particular where it is referring. Okay, which table it is referring, that you have to specify that one. Okay, concepts, are you understood what is foreign key, where you need to refer? Guys, you should be clear, you should aware of this one what I am telling. Then only you can able to establish the records, relationships between the tables and all. Otherwise you cannot able to create the relationships. Okay, there will be some master table. Which one is the primary table, that we can say master table? What are all the, wherever you are referring that master table records now, that you can say child table. Okay, here syntaxes will be like this. Okay, your normal master table, that will be independent. Okay, you are creating the primary keys and all, these are all independent. Okay, now here by seeing this one, there is no relationship. If you are referring this primary tables, okay, parent tables in any other table means, that then it become the primary table, means parent table. And that defined table is there, right? That you can say child table. Okay, in child table you should be refer the master table. Okay, what is the table and what is the column you are referring? Okay, which things you need to refer here and all, that is your choice. Okay, let me create some tables and we'll see that one. Okay, first, just without creating the foreign key, we can see how we can refer the values and all. Okay, I have created the table. Let me drop the table. Okay, I have dropped. Okay, let me create one table which is independent. You can insert the data without any restrictions, right? Insert into t1 values. Okay, c1 is number, c2 is varchar. Okay, you can find varchar 2 is some, yeah. Okay, just can leave these values, t1 values. What happened? Table t1 only, right? Table t1 primary keys. Okay, I have written into keyword multiple times. Okay, row is inserted. You cannot allow that. It won't allow the duplicates since you are defining the primary key for the c1 column. Okay, let me use 2 for this one. This is okay. You can able to insert the records. This is without any restrictions since it is an independent table. Okay, let's assume I am referring if the value is existed in the T1, then only you want to able to insert the record in table 2. Like that you want relationships. So how you can do? Let me add this one T2 tab underscore child, like that. Create one table, and here again C1 is there in here as well. Okay. Okay, if you want you can define as a primary key, or if you want you can use as a foreign key. Okay, same columns you can refer if you want. I want to refer this c1 column. Okay, this should be existed in p1 table. How I can refer that one? You have to use the references keyword. Okay, references t1 of a. Yeah, not a, it is a c1, right? See, like that you have to refer references, that is table of column c1. Okay, you need to say define that one, which is column level. Okay, you are defining the references at column level. Okay, you can create table is created, insert into child table values. Now c1. Okay, you should be, you existed in this one. Okay, c3 is where some abc, this is not mandatory. Okay, this will allow. Why? Because one is existed in the this table, that's why it is allowing to insert. Let me add one more row which is not there in the t1. Okay, that id 1001, like that I am inserting. I will try to insert this value. Okay, see, it won't allow, it will give the integrity constraint. What is that meaning? Means this value whatever you are defining the references for that, that should be existed in the t1 table. Okay, that is the references keyword. As of now, anybody have any doubts? Till now I have explained only yesterday's class only. Anybody have any doubts? Everybody is clear, right? This foreign key, you this is if you are defining the foreign key at column level, means that is it is also foreign key only. You are referring the table, which table? Okay, if you want to define a table level, means you have to give foreign key first. Okay, you cannot define multiple at one place, you have to define only in table level. Okay, now you can give the same syntax here, references. Okay, first we have to define the foreign key. Okay, what is the foreign key here? c1. Okay, c1 is the column, right? For this column we are making. Okay, you have to refer that table, that is t1. Okay, This is the actually the yesterday also day before yesterday also I told same thing, but that is the only option. You cannot define foreign key at column level actually. Okay, you have to define at table level. Okay, see, so if you want, you can add multiple columns also. Multiple columns means if you want to apply multiple foreign keys for one table, that you can do that one. Okay, let me add one more foreign key here. Same table I want to refer for B also. Okay, C2 column also. Okay, here C3 column here I am defining, that is references of T1 of C2. Okay, in this table the column name is T2, right? Child table. I want to refer this table. Okay, you can add like this also. Table will be created. Okay, what happened? Invalid identifier. Where? Yeah, I have given two commas. Okay, name already existed. Okay, let me add one more. Next, no matching any key or primary key for this column list. You have to specify C2. Okay, you are referring the same table once again, right? If you want, you can add one more table and you can refer that one. Let me add one table. Some tab 2. Okay, same I will create and I will refer this one instead of what I'm missing here. Constraints. After that, we have no need to mention the foreign key of prod ID. Okay, you are this one. You are referring the foreign key C3. Okay, this is one foreign key. Another one is one foreign key. Okay, just you can define the constraints here. Constraint F1. This you can define as a constraint F2. Okay, if you are giving multiple means we have to specify, I guess. Okay, T1 of C2 incompatible. Okay, here you are referring 100. Here also I have created 100 only, right? C2 varchar to 10, C3 varchar to 10. Then what is the problem? C2 number. Okay, here I am referring the C2. Actually, that should be C1. Column type incompatible with the reference column type. And here we are referring number only. In main table also it is number only. Varchar 2 of 100. Here also varchar 2 of 100 only. What happened? No matching unique primary key for this column list. One second, guys. Okay, here column tab 2, tab 2 only. Column name is here. Okay, actually it is having two tables in different databases. Okay, that is there in sys database, that is there in Balu. Okay, another database. So it is referring some other. Okay, actually it is sys user rights. That's why it is giving like that. Let me create one more table. 1, 2, 2, right? And one column C1. You are referring C2 here. That is the problem. Which here you can make the number. Can anybody tell me what is the problem here by seeing these errors? Table is created now. Actually, we are referring the one more table. Okay, this is we have created two primary tables. Okay, these are all these two tables are we are considering as a primary tables. We are referring these objects. If you want to create as a foreign key to the this table, you should be having same data types in the child table. Okay, actually here I am creating as a varchar2, that's why it is not allowing earlier. Okay, now I made it's a number because we are referring this one. Okay, this should be primary key and we should refer same column only. If it is not primary key, we cannot refer that one. Okay, guys, are you understood? If you want to see this, you are clear, right? With one foreign key, one column definition. Okay, how you can define the foreign key at table level on one column on one table. Okay, that is this one. Okay, this is foreign key of directly you can write the table column name, which column you are referring, and from which table you are referring. If you want, you can specify the column name also. Okay, this you are clear, right, guys? Okay, if you are defining the foreign key at table level means you have to specify the foreign key keyword and which column on which column you are doing and which column which table you are referring. Okay, this is the parent table you are referring, right? That references keyword you should be used table name, and if you want you can add the column name also. Okay, this is for one primary column and one foreign key column. Okay, this you are clear. Next, you can add the you can add multiple foreign keys. You can add the relationship more than one table. How you can add that one means you have to refer the another table also. Okay, that will allow at table level. As of now, if you are adding the multiple columns means directly you are adding here itself. But you cannot add primary key of ID, primary key of name, like that you cannot add. You have to enter the values as a combination as of now. But in case of references, this table should this table should having the relationship with multiple tables means how you can make that one means you have to define your columns. After that, which what is the column you are referring, that should be used with the foreign key. Okay, That for that you have to specify the foreign key for particular column. See, for first column I am referring with table 1. For second column, okay, C2, okay, this should be data, I am referring with another table. Okay, actually if you are referring means this data type and this data type should match. Earlier I got errors. Why? Because I am defining the table column name, column data type as varchar 2. Actually I have created this table as the number in this one. Okay, this is number. That's why I could not able to add that one. You cannot refer the this column. Why? Because it's not the primary key. If it is primary key, then you can add that column. That's no issue. But this data type and whatever column you are having, okay, this should be primary key and same data type should be there in the child table as well. Are you clear or not? If anybody have any doubts, again I will tell you because it's very important. See, if you want to insert the data, insert into child table, tab child 3, values, numbers, right? Both are numbers, so you can enter the 1 and 2. Okay, you cannot insert the values. Why? Anybody tell me why we cannot insert the data for the child table? Hmm? See, table is created, data type is not matching. No, doesn't matter, right? This is numbers only, both are. Why? Because you are having the relationship between table 1, table 122. Okay, if the values are there, your values are there in the both these tables, then only it will allow to insert the values to child table. Otherwise, it will block. This already we saw, right? If you are referring this one means if you are trying to insert the values without having the record in the primary table, you cannot insert the values to child table. That we saw, right? Integration violation. We check or not? See this here, this is child table I have defined on top of T1 table. Okay, actually this 1001 record is not there. Okay, in the main table, it is violating that one. What does mean? You if you are entering the values in the child table means that value should be there in the primary key. Then only it will allow. That value will be there in the parent table. Okay, parent table is what here. Go and check the values for the table one. See, you are having only 1 and 2. If you are entering the 2, it will allow. Okay, row is inserted. But if you are entering the values for other than this 1 and 2, you cannot enter. Okay, try to enter 3, it won't allow. Why? Because this 3 value is not there in the table 1. This is clear or not? Guys, this is the relation or not? Because all the times when automatically system is checking, if you are inserting the values to the child table means that is referring the parent table, whether the parent table is existed or not for the particular id, then only it will allow, otherwise it won't allow. Restriction is happening. Okay, this you are clear, right? Yeah, same way here you have created the foreign key on multiple columns. Okay, multiple columns means you are referring multiple tables. Okay, T1 table, tab 122 table. Okay, if you are inserting the values to particular table means it is not allowing. Why? Anybody tell me? You are having the values only in the T1 table 2. Do you have any records in this one? They are not having any records. so it won't allow. If you are insert the values to this table, then only you can able to insert the this table, because you are already referring this table with child, another child table. So you should be having these records in the parent table. First you can insert that these values, then you can see here you are referring c1, right? C1 means here you are entering the 2. Okay, 2 comma some 100. Okay, some character, right? That is a row is inserted. Now you can try to insert, it will allow, because your id 2 is there in the parent table, so it is allowing. Let's, you can add one more row. It will allow duplicates because you are not defining any primary keys or unique constraint here. Okay, duplicates will allow in child table, but if you are inserting the values means you should be having the value in the parent table. Okay, one is there in the T1 table, three is not there in the second table. I am trying to insert, it is giving the integrity violation error. Okay, like that, this table you can add with multiple tables, n number of tables, it will allow. Okay, are you clear or not? This one, this references. Okay, I should get from everybody. This topic is very important, because you cannot apply the, if you are not understanding this topic means you cannot apply the relationships. Everybody is clear, right? Okay. Now tell me. Now tell me. EMP, DPT tables are there. Okay. Let me query that one. Okay. You are having EMP data. You are having DPT. Okay. Here, which one is the master table? Which one is the child table? Anybody tell me? Whoever attending this class, this batch only. Whoever attended previous class, don't tell. Whoever attending this batch, you people tell me. Which one is the parent table? Which one is the child table? Already I told this one time. Okay, I will make one insertion for the one table. Okay, insert into EMP. Here mandatory fields are EMP number, right? 23456. Next A B C. Okay, that is the values. EMP number, comma ename. Okay, I am trying to insert the values to this table. Okay, it is row is inserted. What happened? Actually, maybe table definition. I have not added the relationships. I have removed that. Yes. Okay. Actually, EMP is the child table. Why? Because by seeing this data itself, we can come to know this is primary key. You are not having duplicates. These values you are having duplicates in the EMP table. Means what? Just now I saw. I show you. Okay. In child table, you are inserting the duplicate values for from the parent. Okay. For this table, it is the primary key, but here you are entering the duplicate department numbers. Okay, means what? This is the parent key. This 10 is existed here. Okay, 10 is existed here. But without having any department number, if you are trying to insert the value with another department, which is not there in department, it won't allow. Let me add one more here. DPT number having some 60 like that. Okay. Try to insert the EMP number. It won't allow. It is giving unique constraint violation. Where it is referring? Actually, it is referring the DPT. Okay. One minute. I will show you the table definition. EMP. This is the table definition. Constraint I am creating primary key for the department number for the department number, which is independent. You can add n number of departments. There is no restrictions on that one because it's the parent table. It's the independent table. This I am referring in EMP table. Okay, constraint foreign key. Okay, which is the what is the foreign key column? That is department number. Here, this department number should be having in department table. Okay, if you are having the record in the department table, then only it will allow. Otherwise, it will give the unique constraint. Okay, I am giving the constraint primary key for the EMP number, but that is for this table only. It is not referring anywhere, but foreign key is defined as a department number that is referring with department table. So now you can tell me which is the parent table, which is the private table, child table in EMP DPT. Guys, by seeing this one also, at least you should tell which is the parent table, which is the child table. Yes, department number, department table is the parent table. EMP table will be the child table because you are referring the DEPT objects in EMP table. So this is the child table. Okay. Anybody have any doubts in this relationship between EMP DEPT tables? Everybody is clear, right? Next, I will give you one assignment to you. Okay. Same assignment I have given for the previous batch students. For you also, I will give same. Let's assume I am having order table. Okay. This is order table. Everybody knows about Amazon, right? So Amazon, you will be having details of customer details, order details, and address details, and product details, and you are having what are all the details you will be having? Cost and number of quantity, everything, right? So quantity and customer name, that and all will be there in the where. That is different. Let's assume you are storing the data different tables. Okay. Let's assume in order table you are having order ID. Okay, this is primary key column for this order table. Okay, next customer ID is mandatory, right? Customer ID. Okay, let's assume customer ID, customer data will be stored in another table. Okay, this is customer, all right? I guess this image already there somewhere. Let me check that one. Here this one. Okay, let's assume store the customer ID. What are all the details will be there for customers? Customer name, and here he is having some PAN number, and here he is some payment details. Okay, payment UPI ID will be there. Okay, let's assume these are all the customer details. Next, one more table is there. You can create our address ID, default address. Next, one more table you are having, which is order. That is address table. Okay, here what all the things will be there? Default, wait, address ID. Address ID is there, and to whom you are giving the addresses. There should be customer ID, right? You should be storing the address for first particular address. Okay, means what? You should refer the customer ID in the address table. Okay, down you are having door number, and there will be some other columns, right? Some street, door number, and okay, let's assume just village and some pin code. Okay, state, okay, like that they are having. Just assume you are having so many fields, but here one thing here is, let's assume one more thing, address type. That is delivery address, a shipping address, and billing address. Okay, default address will be billing address. Okay, if it is the billing address, and this is same means, then you are considering as a default address. Okay, next, here combination is address ID and address type. Okay, if it is existed default address means billing address and address ID, this combination should be default address here. Okay, next, product details. If you are doing the business means product, you should be having some products, right? Guys, you have to tell this at least what all the fields will be there in the business. Okay, you should you should have product, means products means what all the things will be there, prod ID. Okay, if you are purchasing anything means, if you want to generate some invoices and all, you should be having order ID and customer ID and which product you are purchasing. Okay, this may be duplicates, prod IDs. Okay, means you can add multiple products to the particular order, right? Okay, but it should be there in the product table. Okay, product ID means product name. Next, there should be having unit price. Okay, each one is how much. Okay, next, if you are having a, let's assume you are having any some discount. Okay, like that you are having. Okay, if you are doing the order means, you will be having order date and product ID, and you should be having some address. Okay, address ID and type of address. Next, how much amount you are paying, right? How you will calculate that one? That will be their quantity, right? You will be having in the order table. Next, what are all the fields will be there in the order? Can anybody tell me? Amazon order. You are having shipping address and customer details. Okay, and the product details, how many you are purchasing, and there will be some payment. Okay, let's assume you are storing the payment details in some other table. Okay, not required as of now, just you can ignore only that particular payment whatever you are having customer. Okay, that you can consider here. Okay, that is UPI. Next, what all the fields will be there in order table? Total amount. Okay, these are all the fields. Product address customer. Okay, okay, this this is the required table. Here order ID is the primary key and customer ID is the foreign key for the customer table. Product ID will be the product foreign key for the product table, and order date is individual to order table, and address ID will be address ID and address type of address. This combination would be foreign key to the address table, and here customer ID and default address will be the primary key, foreign key to the address table. Okay, under customer this is referring. Okay, like that you can create the table and you can insert the values. Okay, try to get the records from the these tables. If I'm placing the order, means only order table should have this values only, but I should require customer name, PAN details, everything, product name, and what is the how much unit price, what is the discount. Let's assume you are purchasing some 10 amounts, 10 products. Okay, uh, I want to get the calculation. Okay, how much means how much amount you are paying, means what, number of products into unit price. Okay, on top of that you have to do sum. Okay, like that you can prepare one case. Okay, case study you can submit me tomorrow. Okay, are you able to do or not? Are you clear about this requirement or not? Guys, are you there or not? Okay, I am asking, just create the customer table, address table, product tables, and order tables. Okay, here you should be having the relationship between customer and address table and order tables with all three tables, and insert the values for all the tables. Okay, after creating the table, after making the relationship, try to insert the values to all the tables. Normally, if you don't have the record in customer table, that you cannot place the order. You should be have the record in customer table, and also you should be have the record for address table for each and customer ID. Okay, you cannot place without product ID. Okay, so like that, I want the data and table definitions tomorrow. Are you clear or not? This definition. If you are not clear, I will explain. Because if you are able to create that table, then only you I understood you people are very good at constraints and all. Okay, let me forward you now itself, otherwise I will forget. I have saved that. Yes. Okay, you can create the tables. Okay, like this, and insert the values for each table, and I need the details like this. Okay, how many products I am purchasing and all. Okay, next. So this is the constraints. Okay, I am assuming everybody is clear. Now my requirement is I want to delete the master table data, or I want to delete the child table data. How I can delete? Okay, let me do with these tables only. Here child table is what, this one. Okay, here you can delete the records independently. Let's start from this table. Okay, insertion, you are clear, right? If you are having the records in master table, then only you can able to insert the records in child table. This you are clear or not? Guys, say yes or no. Okay. Now I want to delete. Now delete from child record where c1 equal to 1. Okay. That you can delete directly. Directly it will get removed. Okay. That's no issue. You should be having some proper records. Let me insert the values for the tables. 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. Okay. Here you cannot insert since we don't have records in the parent table. First you have to insert the records for parent table. What is the parent table record here? T1. Okay. This is first parent record and another table is what? Tab 22, right? So here you are having 1, 2. Okay. Next till 7 I have entered. 1, 2, 3, 7. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7. Let me add few more records also. Okay. This I have 10 records I have inserted for the parent table. That is T1. Next, same way I will insert the records for this one also. Child table also. Okay, 1, 2, 3, 4. Here tab 122, right? Okay, same way I have added for the another table also. Okay, so both the parent table I am having. Next, I will insert the records for child tables. Okay, this will allow since we are having the records in both the tables. Okay, all the three tables. Select the star from T1. You are having the data. Okay, and another parent table is tab 122. This table also having data. Next, child table. Okay, this one also having data. Okay, insertion is clear. If the values are there in the parent table, then only child table you can insert. Otherwise, you cannot insert. Next, I want to delete the records from master table. That is T1. Okay, delete from T1 where I want to delete the where C1 equal to 5. Okay, C1 equal to 5. See, it is showing integrity constraint because child record found. Means what? You are having the relationship with the child 3 table, okay, and also having the records for that. You cannot delete the records like that. It is showing. So, if you want to delete like that, means what you have to do? Yes, first you have to delete the records in child table first. So what is the child table here? Okay, you have to delete the child records where C1, here C2, right? Column name C1. Okay, C1 equal to 5. Then you can, okay, now child record is deleted. Next, you can able to delete the record in parent table. Otherwise, you cannot delete the records. Okay, in this one, anybody have any doubt? If you want to delete the in child record, you can delete independently. But if you want to delete the records in parent table, you should be delete first in the child table. Then only you can able to delete in parent table. Are you clear or not? Okay, you cannot delete the directly also for the parent table because you are having the relationship with that one. Okay, now go and check this one for the fifth record, for the fifth ID you don't have, for even for the same. Because it's C1 is 5, right? It's not in the table 20, not 22. Table this one. This is the child. Okay, so you don't have the records in the child table. Then only you can able to, once you remove the records in the child table, then only you can able to remove the in the parent table. Okay, next, I want delete the records in parent table, no matter whether it is existing in this records relation records are there in the child records, that and all doesn't matter. I want to close, I want to remove the records in the parent table. Means real time you can take example. Okay, how many transactions I have done, what are all the addresses I am having. Okay, what is the payment UPI IDs I am linking. Okay, if you want to close the account means, are you do you need to close this do you need to remove the records in this one? Not required, right? Directly if you are able to, if you close the account means automatically these things will get invalid or it will remove. So how you can do that one means, there is a one concept called on delete cascade. Okay, on delete cascade means what will happen, it will remove the records. If you are removing the parent records means automatically child records also will get removed. Okay, let's see that one. Delete from, for that actually what you have to do, at the time of table creation only you have to specify that on delete cascade means it will allow to do delete the records in the parent child table. Okay, while creating the child table, that time you have to specify that one on delete cascade keyword. If you are defining like that means you can able to delete the master table directly. Okay, automatically child records also will get removed. Okay, let me create one table here. Okay, one parent table. Okay, student table I'm creating. S number is the primary key and the student name and class, which class he belongs to. Okay, like that. Table is already existed. Okay, just you can drop the table. Next, I will create one parent table and Mars is the parent table, child table. Okay, maybe Mars also will exist. I will remove that one also. Okay, here foreign key is what? Hmm? Foreign key is what? Student number is the foreign key, right? I am referring this object in this table. Okay, it may be, let's assume it's a ST number. Here actually it is the master table, name is S number, but here ST number. We can define like that also, that is no issue. Okay, but it should be exist in the current table. Okay, references of, whenever you are referring the parent table name, then you should be refer that particular column. Okay, it is not from the this current table. Okay, see, table marks is created, you are having the relationship between student and marks. Okay, I am defining the keyword as on delete cascade. What it will allow, no matter whether you are having the child records or not, doesn't matter, it will allow to delete the records in student table. Okay, let me insert the records to student table first. Normally we cannot insert the records for Mars. This is, you are clear, right? Without having records in the parent, without having records in the parent table, you cannot insert the records in child table. So first you should insert the values for the student. Insert into student values. Okay, what are all the fields here? Some 1001, and you can use some kn, and you can use the class as first class. Okay, I have inserted the records, and same way I let insert one more record, 1002. Okay, he is also from class 1. Next, let me insert the values to parent child record. Insert into marks values. Here student number is 1001. Okay, and subject is some Oracle. Next, from the columns 100. Okay, marks means, so you can give 80. These are all the three columns. Okay, this you can allow because we are having the relation recording this parent table. It will allow. Next, some Java. Okay, it will also allow. Try to insert for other. Okay, which is not there in the parent table. Is it allow? It won't allow because this id is not existed in the parent table, so it won't allow. Okay, here now I want to delete the records in the child table means directly you can able to delete, you can delete, right, with no matter whether you are having the okay, if you want to delete the records in child table means you can able to delete, right, without any restrictions. We can do or not, guys, are you there or not? Okay, you are having data in the child table. Okay, you can able to delete independently. Delete from marks where if you want you can delete all the records or specific number. Okay, okay, if you want we can be able to delete. Okay, what is the column name here? St number only. Okay, these records we can delete without any restrictions, but if you want to delete the records in parent table means you should be having some restrictions. We cannot delete directly. Okay, that already we checked, right? We cannot delete the parent records without removing the child records. If you want to delete, that means you have to specify the keyword. Okay, on delete cascade means what will happen? It will remove the, okay, let's assume let's delete the records from parent table only directly. Delete from student table where s number equal to some 1001. Okay, if you are deleting the parent table records means what will happen after defining the on delete cascade? Automatically records will be deleted from child table also for corresponding records. Now go and check in the marks table. There is no record. Already we have deleted the records for 1002, but and we have deleted the records for student table for 1001. Means what happened? For 100 record 1001 student, whatever records are there in marks table, that are all removed from the child table also. That is the on delete cascade. On delete cascade means if you are removing the parent records means automatically child records will get remove. Okay, are you clear what is on delete cascade? Guys, are you understood or not? What is on delete cascade? Very important. If the interviewer is asking the questions on the constraint means definitely this question will be there. He won't ask unique key, he won't ask primary key, primary key anyway he will ask what is primary key. But if he wants to cover the all the topics in the constraint means definitely this question will be there. What is on delete cascade? What is on delete cascade? If you are removing the records from master table, automatically child records will get deleted. Okay, for that, what you have to specify at the time of table creation, you have to specify the keyword called on delete cascade. Normally, you cannot delete the parent table records without removing the child record table, without child table records. Okay, if you want to delete means you have to specify the either on delete cascade or on delete set null. Okay, on delete set null, what will happen? Let me create this one. Okay, this I will make as a student one and this I will make as a mass one. Okay, this I will make as a student one. Okay, next insert the records, save student one, mass one. Relation 1002 only, right? I have inserted the values. Student one, mass one. What happened? It's already I have inserted. Okay, these two records. Integration. Parent key not found. I'm referring this one only, right? Student one only. This number. Okay. Foreign key you have to define. Okay. Here actually I missed this one. I should define that at column level. Okay. Here I have defined at column level only, but some syntax issue. Okay. Here. Okay. Just this is S number. Okay. Remove that. Now, table marks. Earlier I have done mistake. Okay. Actually that references I have used in the marks column. Okay. Now I am referring table level. Let me introduce this values. Okay, rows are inserted. Next, select star from Mars, select star from table. Student, student one. Okay, you are having the two records in the student one table. You are having the four records in Mars one table. Okay, if you are this your insertion deletion. Okay, wow, what is on delete cascade? You understood, right? Are you understood or not? Okay. Normally, you can able to remove the records in March 1 table without any restriction. That you are clear. Okay, because it's a child record. If you are deleting the records in parent table means what will happen if you set the on delete set null means for that particular IDs whatever values are there, record will be deleted, but for that particular ID 1001 wherever you are having in the table, that will become null. That is called on set delete null. Okay, on delete set null. What is happening if you are removing the parent records means for that corresponding IDs whatever values are there in the child record a child table, that values will become null values. Okay, are you clear? On delete cascade means what happening automatically records are removing from child table, but if you are making on delete on delete set null means just it won't remove the records in the child table, it will make the null values for the particular IDs. Okay, are you understood or not? Guys, I should get it from everybody. You people are so calm. This is very important. What is undelete cascade? What is undelete set null? Undelete set null means you will make the child record values as null, but won't remove the records in child table whenever you are doing the parent record, deleting the parent records. But in case of undelete cascade, if you are removing the parent records, automatically child records will get removed. Okay, this is the constraint topic. Anybody have any doubts in the constraints? Okay, then we can close the class. Okay, make sure tomorrow you should be having this customer ID table, address table, product table, order ID, order table. Okay, with having relationship with all these tables. Okay, and try to insert the values and query the data. I want in the order invoice, this one all columns should be there. Okay, hello.